From the pages of WCW magazine, November 2000, we are plunged into a world teetering between reinvention and collapse. This issue doesn't just capture a promotion, it captures a promotion in crisis, clinging to innovation while drowning in egos, injuries, and one last gasp at relevance. The cover story features Tylene Buck, better known as Major Guns, once a shy teenager, now a breakout sex symbol in WCW's Misfits in Action. The feature explores her transformation, her role as a bombshell, and how she transitioned from eye candy to active in-ring performer, posing, fighting, and becoming a face of a promotion desperately chasing ratings. Inside, Booker T is the subject of a brutally honest breakdown titled Deconstructing Booker T. After a decade of climbing the WCW ladder, he's finally the two-time world champion. But this isn't a celebration piece, it's a warning. Booker is dissected, his strengths, his weaknesses, and whether or not he can carry the company into the future. It's clear that WCW is asking a lot from him. Meanwhile, the always polarizing Scott Steiner takes center stage in the genetic freak of sports entertainment. Between wild outbursts, ripped biceps, and erratic promos, Steiner is a ticking time bomb, one the company wants to strap with gold. As the patient in this twisted medical chart layout, Steiner is treated like a Frankenstein monster stitched together by rage and roids. It's compelling, it's grotesque, it's vintage late-era WCW. In Eye of the Storm, we meet the man behind the machine, Lance Storm, or rather Lance Evers. The Canadian submission expert opens up about his family life, his quiet personality, and how he balances deadpan delivery with ruthless aggression. The duality is the point. Lance is not playing a gimmick, he's just being himself, on mute. There's also a segment on Elix Skipper, dubbed Prime Choice. A standout in the cruiserweight division, Skipper left a stable job to chase wrestling full-time. Now he's tearing up the airwaves with raw athleticism and a future that looks blindingly bright. The magazine paints him as the next breakout, a man who made the leap and didn't look back. Then, in a rare literary detour, we're given an exclusive excerpt from Bill Goldberg's book, I'm Next. Chapter 4 dives into the creation of his character, how he blended intensity, mystery, and silence to become a phenomenon. He shares insights into why WCW made him an unstoppable force, and how that very decision may have doomed his long-term potential. Kevin Nash delivers a candid quanda that is nothing short of explosive. Over several pages, he addresses Scott Hall, Bill Goldberg, Vince Russo, the NWO, backstage politics, and even his own reputation as a locker room disruptor. Nash is blunt. He talks about turning babyface and heel like a revolving door. He admits WCW rushed Goldberg's rise. He defends giving input in creative meetings. He also jokes about being the smartest man in wrestling, throwing a few punches and waiting by the door for the belt. Meanwhile, Mark Madden's column is loaded with hot takes. He pushes for Conan and General Rection, aka Hugh Morris, to get title runs. He praises Stevie Ray's commentary, campaigns for more Insane Clown Posse, and declares Disco Inferno's new name, Disco, to be pure stupidity. There's also a mini rant about Snoochie Boochies and an ode to Miss Hancock. In Fighter from Down Under, we meet Sam Greco, a legit world-class kickboxer making his WCW debut. He's gritty, real, and trained to hurt. With charisma and global experience, Greco is poised to add legitimacy to the WCW roster. John Hugger, aka Johnny the Bull, shares a harrowing story about a severe injury, tearing his bladder in a match against Terry Funk. His story is raw and emotional. Doctors predicted a 6-month absence. He was back in 10 weeks. His lesson? Some moves aren't worth it, but the fire in his heart still burns. Then, the photo spreads. The Nitro Girls spotlight zeroes in on Star, complete with bios, beauty stats, and lifestyle quotes. Strictly Personal gives us an intimate look at Tigress, including favorite food, music, and even how often she colors her hair. The ad section? Absolutely packed. Full-page spread for WCW Backstage Assault, where crates in the boiler room and urinals in the bathroom are legal weapons. Mail-order deals on replica WCW title belts, life-size standees, and legends of pro wrestling action figures including King Kong Bundy, Tony Atlas, and Bruno Sammartino. A big push for JCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, with Vampiro as champion and Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope on board. Merch for everyone, from fake blood and folding chairs to Mexican lucha masks and fake security jackets. There's even a subscription ad titled The Perfect Gift, offering WCW magazine for just $19.97 a year. The fan mail section is a war zone of opinions. Fans thank Vince Russo for saving WCW. One reader praises Jeff Jarrett as the company MVP. Another calls for Rey Mysterio Jr. to win the Cruiserweight title. And multiple fans demand the return of Scott Hall and ask, is NWO 2000 back? Even the calendar is stacked. Nitro tours from San Francisco to Melbourne, then London, Newcastle, Manchester, and Germany, before Halloween Havoc hits the MGM Grand. This isn't just a magazine. It's the final script of WCW, unfiltered, untamed, and unsure of its future. So if you remember when Booker T held the belt, when Major Guns got more heat than half the roster, and when Kevin Nash joked through title matches and still got cheers, this one's for you. Like, share, and subscribe, because every single day, we bring you the collapses, the comebacks, and the chaos from the pages.